Hey guys, welcome back to Gear by Orla. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Today I am reviewing the July Carryon. Over on their website, they have the upgraded version from this to the light to the essential and to the pro. With this carry-on here, you can get it in the essential, but it doesn't include the power bank and it is slightly lighter. For comparison, this weighs 3.4 kg at 42 litres and the essential weighs 3 kg at 42 litres. As mentioned, they do have different versions of this, so you could opt for the light, which is 1.8 kg and that is at 32 litres. Or you can opt again for the expandable version of this, which is 2.2 kg and that is at 40 litres. Then you have the Carry-On Pro, which is the same in terms of litres at 42 litres, and then that weighs about 3.9 kg. The Pro weighs slightly more and it has a laptop sleeve, where this one is pretty simple and straightforward. I will leave the links to those products that I've mentioned below, and if you do happen to have a wee gander on their website, I would greatly appreciate if you could use the links below. They are affiliate links and it offers a commission that goes back into this channel. This carry-on is priced at $295. This is in the colour Sky. If you do go over to their website, you will see the array of colours that they have. I opted for the Sky because for an added $50 you can add on personalisation, which I have done for the very first time on any kind of luggage and I absolutely love it. And I have it here on the back, and you can choose from different fonts and colours as well to kind of match with your bag, and I just love that like added touch that you can, I don't know. The external dimensions, including the wheels, are 21.5 inches in height by 15 inches in width and by 8.5 inches in depth. The internal dimensions, excluding the wheels, are 20 inches in height by 14.5 inches in width by 8.5 inches in depth. And that leaves you with a linear total of 45 inches. The capacity is 42 litres with a strong German polycarbonate shell, reinforced bumpers, water resistant and stain proof nylon lining, leather finish on the nylon straps and hinge, YKK Japanese zippers and a nylon stain proof laundry bag. This is a carry-on, so it is well suited for the cabin. Again, just, you know, go in line with your airline's requirements. Again, just match them up because all the airlines are different, but in terms of UK based airlines, then this will definitely fit in the tiny ass baskets. I think if you're going for maybe like longer flights, this is well and good for getting you to A to B, but maybe for longer flights and international or anything like that, you might want to opt for the Pro because you probably will make more use of the laptop sleeve and things like that. For me, this is getting me from A to B quite swiftly. It's simple, it's to the point, and I find like with the laptop compartment, I absolutely love it. Sometimes I own a carry-on, but for what I'm looking for, I usually, if I am getting a carry-on with the airlines, especially within the UK, you get a personal item as well if you're paying for a carry-on. So then I would just put my laptop in the like personal items such as a backpack or a handbag or something like that. With this though, it does have those smart features as well. Although it doesn't have the laptop compartment, and again I'm not complaining because that's what I wanted, it does have the power bank on the back here, which is easily removed and you can use it for sitting about in the airport, and it's quite handy having one of these because it is removable and you don't have to just keep it in this luggage. You can also put it in your backpack or have it for other days that you are traveling and you need a power bank on the go. One thing I do look for in regards to carry-on that I probably shouldn't look out for is whether or not I can actually sit on it, because if you know, busy airports such as London, you do take a lot of time to try and find a seat, so it's quite handy if you can sit on your carry-on. I wouldn't recommend it, but it does, you know, test out the strength of the wheels. July's aim was to make this indestructible carry-on by basing it off the bad reviews on other carry-on brands and placing them all together to make the ultimate carry-on. I have to say I have reviewed my fair share of luggage, and this is definitely the best one for me in terms of it being easy on the eye. It is very appealing to me. I love the color, it's vibrant, it's unique, and not only that, they have this egg-shaped shell corners to protect the bag when the weaker parts of the polycarbonate might not be able to hold. So they have put these here on the corners, and that goes for all of their luggage. So they have this throughout their bags, because from my understanding, yes, you have your carry-on to carry it onto the plane, but in incidents where there isn't enough space on the actual plane in the overhead locker, then they might ask people to opt to put the bag in the hold to free up some space. And if you do that, you kind of want to know that your carry-on, as well as you just having it beside you and making sure that it is protected and having it at all times, whenever it's away from you, you want to know that it is equally protected. And this is what they've implemented throughout their whole brand. I would encourage, if you do love a wee laptop compartment and you find yourself being in those situations where your bag is being put into the hold and you've ended up with just your laptop in front of you and you don't have a case, or you don't have room in your backpack, or you didn't bring a backpack, they have a carry-on that the laptop compartment, the sleeve can snap off, so then you can bring it on board with you and your valuables are safe. For that, I will leave the links in the description. So in terms of the handle here, I don't know how far I will do an overview, because the handle can go up once, and then in the second kind of click, you can have the option to... So the handle here, this is how it goes up. It is nice and smooth, so you can go up to here. And then with this one, you have the option to stop it at different points, which I absolutely love. I think it is a nice little touch, because everyone is different builds and heights, so it's exclusive. Inclusive. Exclusive? Inclusive. On the front of the bag here, you have your combination lock. It is TSA approved, and it just slides in nicely, and you can clip it off whenever you need. Obviously put in your own code, and then it gets into the main part of the bag. These are YKK zippers. The bag is waterproof, definitely, and water resistant, and you know with YKK zippers that you're gonna get everything sealed, and they run nice and smooth. And they also have the 360 spinner wheels here, which is great. They're also silent as well, so it makes it nice for early mornings or late evenings if you're arriving into a place. So before we get into the meat of the bag, you do have two handles here, one on front and one on the side, where you can maneuver the bag from the top or the side as well. And there isn't really enough space going on in between the bag, especially if you do have bigger hands, then you might struggle to actually fit and get a grip. And over a period of time, it actually might hurt holding this for long enough, but ideally you wouldn't be, and it would only be for a short period of time. And then we can open up into the main part of the bag. So some essentials that come with the bag is this odor-free wash bag. You can put dirty laundry in there or whatever you want. It is also compressed too. That comes with the bag, which is quite handy. And then you get a lead for your power bank, and also a wee case for that too, so you can actually put numerous amount of leave in there should you want to pack it away. So that was just a nice wee touch. Then on the front here, inside the middle of the bag, should I say, is a nice bit of branding. And then on this side is your main mesh pocket, which I absolutely love. It's really strong. The zips are really tiny. They're not overly done or bulky, but it runs nice and smooth. In this side of the compartment, it is that water resistant material. It is quite soft. There isn't a lot of sound to it, which is nice. And also there is a middle zip, which obviously leads you to the hardware, but sometimes I find it quite handy to put like shoes or other bits and bobs in there if I want to separate a little. Obviously it will compromise the space and pack how you want, but there is plenty of space here to do so. And that closes off nicely. Then on this side you have your compression pad. You can fit a laptop in here if you want. I would add added protection or any sort of electronics. There is no essential padding.
so pad up your shelf, and it is covered by this nice mesh. It is kind of premium material, so you know you're getting strong durability out of this. And then that can press on top of the clothes once you've packed to kind of get everything done nicely. And the same inside here, you have the runner zip, and that leads more to the handle of the hardware of the carry-on here, which does kind of compromise the space, but if you pack well and proper, then you could get a lot in here. And obviously whenever you compress it all down, then it's nice and neat. Then on the side here, you do have a little pocket that you can place anything you want in there, such as your toothbrush, toothpaste, anything as such. And yep, it's nice and simple inside the bag. And then the compression straps are held down by this click, which sometimes I'm not a fan of. I'm definitely not a fan of them on sternum straps or anything like that, but I feel like for a carry-on it works. And this material is very strong, and that is the leather here, and it's a nice little bit of branding. I do love this carry-on because it is so simple but enough space for a long weekend away, and if you pack smart, I'm sure you can get more into it. It has all the things that I need, and it's not overcomplicated with a load of different pockets. It's got the essentials and it just works, and for the price I think it is a great durable carry-on. Obviously the scratching is going to test throughout the next couple of years when I have this carry-on and its adventures, but polycarbonate, that kind of material, isn't scratch resistant, so you're going to expect that anyways, but this kind of helps. And with the carry-on, you're in more control of it most of the time, so you kind of weigh up the pros and cons in that. But for the price and for this style of carry-on, I definitely would say it is worth it. Just something to note and be aware of, that whenever this isn't in a lock combination, they are quite noisy, so sometimes it is just better to keep them locked into the combination, regardless if you are using that or not. It just saves them, protects them from getting flown about or anything like that. Another thing to note is that there is no like added bumper here on the side, so whenever you are opening up the case or dropping it down on its side to be opened, just be aware that it's going to make contact with the ground, so it's not protected. Overall, I think this is a great carry-on. It's simple in its design. It's got everything that you need from getting to A to B. Obviously, if you want to go a bit more pro, then you can check out the links in the description and head over to their website and have a wee gander and see what one kind of suits you. But I feel like overall their products are just well made and long lasting, which is always what you want. If you would prefer to read the written review, then the links will be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next review.